Let's continue on right here on Live Now from Fox. We do want to take you out to Florida, a major drug bust in Pinellas County, and the sheriff there and other officials documenting it. Let's listen on Live Now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri, and we're here today to announce the dismantling of a significant drug trafficking organization that's been operating here in Pinellas County. As you'll hear more about in a couple minutes, this investigation was conducted with support from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's SAFE grant funding program, and here with me today is FDLE Commissioner Mark Glass. This Pinellas County-based drug trafficking organization operated here for the last couple of years. The organization has acquired and distributed in Pinellas County and throughout the Tampa Bay area multiple kilograms of cocaine, fentanyl, methamphetamine, and tens of thousands of fake Oxycodone pills containing fentanyl and fake Adderall pills containing methamphetamine. The investigation involved the use of court-authorized wiretaps and other forms of electronic surveillance, and I want to recognize the Pinellas Pasco State Attorney's Office under the leadership of State Attorney Bruce Bartlett, as they have been an integral partner with us throughout this entire investigation. We identified about 25 people, mainly in the Clearwater area of Pinellas County and some in Pasco County, who are part of this drug conspiracy that put large amounts of drugs on our streets over the last several years. On Monday and Tuesday of this week, we arrested 19 people. We served search warrants at 6 locations around Clearwater that resulted in the seizure of over 2 kilograms or 4.4 pounds of cocaine, 6 ounces of fentanyl, 24 ounces or about 1.5 pounds of methamphetamine, and numerous fake Oxycodone pills that contain fentanyl and fake Adderall pills that contain methamphetamine. We also seized a pill press, an AK-47, another rifle, 7 handguns, one of which was stolen, over 1,000 rounds of ammunition, and $41,000 in cash. Our investigation began in August of 2024 when we learned that Sophia Cubero, C-U-B-E-R-O, who lived in Clearwater, was selling cocaine along with her boyfriend at the time, Alejandro DeLeon. An undercover Pinellas County Sheriff's Office detective made an initial purchase of what's called an 8-ball or 3.5 grams, a very small amount of cocaine from Cubero and DeLeon. Now, based on their conversations, that was kind of an introductory type buy. Based on their conversations, it was evident that Cubero was capable of supplying larger cocaine quantities and that she could also supply the undercover detective with large quantities of methamphetamine. Cubero told the detective that she would sell him ounces of cocaine for about $1,100 and ounces of methamphetamine for about $250. So between August of 2024 and February of 2025, detectives made numerous undercover purchases of cocaine and methamphetamine from Cubero and DeLeon. Now, during the course of the investigation and during that period of time, detectives also identified Ali Atia as one of Cubero's sources of supply for the cocaine. And as you can see, these people are up here on the charts, and I'll talk a little bit more about it here in a second. The Atia family is all up at the top, and Sophia Cubero is the first one in the second row there on the chart. During the investigation, we also learned that Ali Atia was involved with his brother Haydar Atia and Molar Gorgi in making fake Oxycodone pills using fentanyl and Adderall. And what they were doing with this was, people can get Oxycodone, you can get Adderall. Pharmaceutical, it's got its pharmaceutical components to it. But the fake Adderall is used making methamphetamine, and the fake Oxy is made using fentanyl. So that they were using a pill press and commercially available pill binder to press the pills, again, to look like these blue Oxycodone M30 or 30 milligram pills that are pharmaceutical in nature. And again, the orange pills, which are the Adderall, were made using the methamphetamine. So during this period, undercover detectives continued to buy cocaine from Cubero and DeLeon that was being sourced to them by Ali Atia. And the price decreased from the $1,100 an ounce down to $750 an ounce, again, because of the quantities that were being purchased. Cubero was also obtaining cocaine to sell to the undercover detectives from another local drug dealer who's up here on the charts, and that is Kevin Muth. Now, it's common for people, especially mid-level drug traffickers, to get their drugs from multiple sources of supply. So that's what was happening here is that she was getting cocaine from the Atiyah, she was getting cocaine from Muth, and from other people, and she was selling it to a variety of people. That's how the drug trade works. Ali Atiyah, who was also involved with his brother Ahmed Atiyah in the drug transactions, and Ahmed delivered cocaine to Cubero to sell to the undercover detectives. So what was becoming evident is that Ali Atiyah and Ahmed Atiyah were part of this Atiyah family drug distribution organization. The base of operations and the pill making involved fentanyl and methamphetamines was at the family residence at 15 North Fernwood Avenue in Clearwater, apartment number 13. So it's right off of Drew Street, right by St. Pete College, up off Drew Street in Clearwater. So beginning in about December of 2024, undercover detectives began purchasing fake Oxycodone pills from Cubero, which again, she was getting from Ali Atiyah. Cubero initially sold the pills for about $20 each, and the quantities of the pills increased, the price decreased. The price eventually decreased down to about $9 a pill that detectives were paying for the fake Oxys and Adderall. During the same time, Cubero was also selling ounces of straight methamphetamine to the undercover detectives. So what became obvious by early 2024 is that this entire Atiyah family, the people here at the top, which included the mother, Alam Rahim, the father, and I'm going to spell his first name, T-A-W-F-I-Q, and the last name is A-L-M-A-L-K-L-I. And the brothers, Ali Atiyah, Ahmed Atiyah, Haydar Atiyah, and Saif Atiyah, were operating this large-scale drug trafficking organization from this home on Fernwood Avenue in Clearwater. And again, they were selling kilograms of cocaine, pounds of methamphetamine, fake oxycodone that was really fentanyl, and fake Adderall that was really methamphetamine. And they were selling them the pills, probably between 6,000 and 10,000 pills a month is what they were distributing. Now, they all had their roles in this organization. Alam Rahim was kind of the chief executive officer, the CEO. She handled the business matters of the organization, told people what to do, and kind of was the ringleader or the orchestrator of it and directed their activities. Saif, who's up there at the top, and about the, looks like the fifth one over from the left as you're looking at the chart, is that he was the pill guy. He had the recipe for putting the pills together and pressing the pills. Haydar, he obtained the pill binder that Saif used to make the pills, and then he was also involved in distributing the drugs, as were most of the rest of the family members that are up there. The Atiyah family sold their drugs to, again, various mid-level drug traffickers who would sell them to others, including our undercover detectives. So some of the people that you see on these boards were arrested on Monday and Tuesday of this week, part of the ongoing investigation. And to kind of clarify some of their roles, explain what they are, one of the people up there is Crystal Arnold. She was obtaining kilograms of cocaine from Haydar Atiyah. Molar Gorgi, G-O-U-R-G-Y, who was obtaining cocaine, fentanyl, and methamphetamine and pills from Haydar and Ali Atiyah. And then Gorgi, he decided to be an entrepreneur all unto himself. He obtained his own pill press, and he used the Atiyah's pill recipe and began his own pill distribution organization. When we served search warrants at his home here in Largo off Ulmerton Road on Monday morning, he had numerous pills in a safe in his residence. So to sum up the investigation, undercover detectives made about 20 purchases of drugs from the Atiyah organization between August of 2024 and April of 2025. Detectives purchased about 1 pound of cocaine, about 2,200 fake oxycodone and Adderall pills that again contained fentanyl and methamphetamine. We arrested 19 people on Monday and Tuesday on 113 different drug charges, ranging from armed drug trafficking to simple possession of the drugs. Many of these people are facing minimum mandatory 25-year prison sentences in the Florida Department of Corrections. And with the exception of the parents, with the exception of Alam Rahim and Tolif Akamali. All of these people, every single one of them, have extensive criminal histories. They've been arrested multiple times before on drug trafficking charges, as well as many of them for being felons in possession of guns. And as you can see, we seized more guns, an AR-15 and handguns in this investigation today. And as they should, these people all face significant prison sentences, not just because of those prior arrests for the drug crimes where obviously they didn't learn their lesson, but because of the danger that they're placing others in by duping people into thinking that they're buying Oxycodone and Adderall when they're really buying fentanyl and methamphetamine. And as we know, fentanyl has caused the worst drug epidemic in the history of our country. It's 100 times more potent than morphine, 50 times more potent than heroin, and has literally caused the deaths of thousands of people across the United States. And that's why the Florida legislature has strengthened the penalties for fentanyl trafficking, and selling an ounce or more of fentanyl in these cases, it's 4 grams or more, will result in a 25-year minimum mandatory sentence in state prison. And it's also the reason why the legislature and the state of Florida, through the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, has provided significant funding to local law enforcement agencies to conduct these investigations. And I'm going to turn it over now to FDLE Commissioner Mark Glass, who will talk more about the SAFE program and the state funding.
Thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate it. First off, I just want to say that Sheriff Gualtieri is one of the strongest partners in the state with us in this fight. And as this second time I've been here within a few short months that we have these press conferences showing the great work that the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office is doing to combat this epidemic and this problem in our communities. And Sheriff, I just want to say thank you to you and your detectives and your deputies that are out there fighting the fight every day. I'm FDLE Commissioner Mark Glass, and I just wanted to say that we at FDLE are here to support all our local law enforcement and our county law enforcement agencies. This is not one agency can do this. This takes all of us, and I've said this before. This takes you, the listener here watching this press conference. It takes you. The tips you give in, the things that you can call to give the tip lines to the sheriff's departments is crucial, because that one little tip you may give will uncover an operation like this. Now, the Florida SAFE initiative, Governor DeSantis brought that to fruition in 2023 with the legislation, and it has been one of the best, I will say the best in my time, best criminal justice program ever. And kind of just to give you a little bit of stats on that, this is the second year we've done this, and we have a lot more stuff statewide in operations that are going on outside even Pinellas County that is happening. But all the stats you just heard the Sheriff Gualtieri give, add them to what I'm about to tell you. So total seizures, we've seized 381 pounds of fentanyl in just about a year and a half, not quite 2 years. Over 57,000 fentanyl pills. And as you heard how everybody's getting these pill presses, and it makes it even more dangerous because somebody's thinking that they got grandmothers or family members pill that they think is legit, and it's not. You have these yahoos doing what they're doing and not mixing it right, not being like a pharmaceutical company, and they're selling it and pawning it up to your kids and to other members in your community. We've had 482 pounds of cocaine seized. He just talked about the methamphetamine piece, 295 pounds of methamphetamine.